Good morning. Absolutely no rest for the wicked. Welcome back to another video. I'm not kidding. I only got out of bed 25 minutes ago. I tried to have a little bit of a lie-in today. Not gonna happen, of course. I was lay there thinking, do you want to know the life of a content creator for a team during a transfer window? I lay there thinking, if I fall asleep now, I'm going to miss the Doku announcement. That is literally what happened. So I was lay there trying to sleep this morning because Nicola was like, have a lie-in because she seemed a bit tired. Trying to sleep. She got out of bed with Ruben and I still couldn't sleep anyway. I couldn't because I was there thinking, what if Doku signs? So that's genuinely what happened. And then, of course, I wake up to see this news about this guy, Matheus Nunes. So this is where I'm at right now. If you do want to support the channel and do want to make this sacrifice worth it, of me getting out of bed and never sleeping, please do hit the like button. It massively is appreciated. Please help share and support the channel as well by retweeting every time I go live on Twitter, or X as it's called now these days. It does actually genuinely help to share the content over there, so it is massively appreciated if you can do that. And also, as well, just don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. So anyway, good morning, everyone. I am sort of genuinely wearing, like, my pajamas, so you can't really see all the dirty stains on it from last night. But does anyone else do that thing, like, when you get out of bed and you just put on the clothes that you were wearing yesterday for a bit until you have a shower? That's what I do. That never used to be a problem, but now I've got a small child. He was with mucky hands. It's just it's a mess. The Macaronis do love to sleep, but we never get it. And one day I should just leave on work on all day. I'll just do a 24-hour live stream, and I'll just come back if there's any news going. You can sort of like use like an esteem. Do you know, like you got the bat signal? You can do like an esteem company signal, like woo, and I'll just kind of come running. I don't know. Or you just sing a da 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 da. Where is Stephen gone? And I'll just come back or something. I don't know. It'll be something, and I'll be here. I've got this manic early morning energy that even coffee probably can't fix. We will see. We will see anyway. You're probably wondering why I'm actually live right now. It's because there are a little bit of news again. Your man Fabrizio has gone again. He's gone again, and he's talking a lot about, you know, oh yeah, give one of these a retweet. It'd be massively appreciated. Give that a retweet if you want to. And also, what I said, I did this, like, in case you missed it, Fred, where yesterday I did all these videos. I did Eze or Nunes. I did Bernardo. I did everything you know about Jeremy Doku. I did Laporte leaves. I did the Rivals week 2. I did the ASAN pod. But I'm here to chat about the breaking news this morning. The breaking news this morning. Fabrizio, Mr. Here We Go merchant himself, has said, what has he said? City will insist to close Nunes deal with Wolves in 24 to 48 hours after initial €50 million proposal plus add-ons discussed yesterday. Pep's a big fan of Nunes. Player is already accepted his destination. It's now up to Wolverhampton. Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's really obvious at this point that this is the guy. I saw Masum's comment there as well about saying Mike Mane will piss all over excitement. Look, I love Mike. Mike's the top bloke. We do the podcast together for BBC Manchester. I think there's a very possible chance that both Mike and Fabrizio are right. Mike said City haven't bid yet. And I reckon City haven't officially bid yet because City don't tend to actually send the fax in or whatever, or the email. Why do football clubs use fax machines? It's weird. Anyway, I think City probably haven't actually sent the email yet saying we bid. They just sort of chat over the phone about a potential price. It's like, you know, you haven't really bid for a car. You just sort of haggle for it in the dealership. Not that I've ever done that. But that you do that, and then eventually you put the bid in and you pay for it. I reckon it's sort of like that, where Fabrizio's heard that they're talking about a fee, where Mike's asked City, have they bid yet? And they've gone, no, we've not bid yet. And it's technically true. So I feel like there's a chance that they're both telling the truth, if that makes sense. But anyway, it looks like this is the one. It looks like City are going for Matheus Nunes. So I do reckon we're going to get him. I think we're going to get him. Now, I've seen a lot of narrative around this morning discussing why would this fee be so low potentially. Look, we're in an era of £100 million players. Suddenly, a fee for Matheus Nunes of around €50 million. I mean, it'll go higher than that. But even €60 million is only about 52 million quid. And that's only about 10 million more than what they paid initially for him, I think. So it's like, why? What's the catch here? Like, why would it be so cheap? For a 25-year-old Portuguese international that City wanted a year ago, but, you know, he's done pretty well in the Premier League as well. What's the catch? And I think the issue is you've got that Georges Mendes issue. it feels like Wolves are such a weird club. I saw my man Asan chatting about it this morning, and I'll jump over to that thread that was chatting. And the way I feel about it is like, it's one of those things where, like, Asan tweeted this morning saying like, oh, sorry, like, Nunes is more complete for international. Wolves is still in Premier League. If Mendes can do this for around this fee, Wolves have been had, given the fact that Lavia went for 55 million. And I just said Wolves are just a weird club at times, and Mendes puppets. And like, my mate Dave, who runs Idle Hands in Manchester, said, yeah, I just feel like he's one of those, I'll get you these good players on a regular if you're okay with moving them on when the time comes. I think it's something like that. And this fella, Quicksilver, if you're watching, mate, shout out to you. It says Fosun Group, the major shareholders at Wolves, are also investors in Gestafu, Mendes Players Agency. They're all in bed. There's a reason so many talented Gestafu players, Fabio Silva, Nunes, Neto, Podence, Guedes, Sarr, etc., conveniently end up at Wolves. So basically, the way it is Mendes sort of just controls that club. He can go, I'll bring you these players, but also if I want to move them on, you have to accept that. I'll get you your money back, maybe a little bit of profit, and it's that. And also the fact that they are struggling for FFP right now. So I do think they're not a normal club, Wolves, that way. They've got a really strange situation. When you bring the FFP issues into that as well, I think there's a chance for a relative bargain here. There is a relative bargain. I think this could be that bargain. I mean, if you look at like the Eze links as well, maybe there's a possibility that both could happen, because like around 50 million, like, I mean, that's like stupid. 50 million for Nunes. I mean, in this market, that is a bargain. That is genuinely a bargain. And like, I like Nunes, I really do. I liked him since we were linked to him, about a year and a half ago, and I started looking into his game. And Nunes is an absolute press-resistant machine. Now, he's not the creator that we're all crying out for, but what he potentially is the Rodri rester. Even if it's indirectly, not directly, potentially. What we're going to see here is, a guy who can come in, he's got an awful lot of skill, he can drive forward, pass people, and sort of cause all kinds of havoc. What I like about him is there's a physicality and a pace to his game that we're sort of probably lacking in midfield. Like, he's such an aggressive dribbler. He's so fast, so powerful. And he's also got a bit of creativity with his game. Like, he's sort of like in this level of play where I feel like if you got a manager like wow, that could be, imagine that. Got a manager like Guardiola could sort of hone some of his abilities to push towards a De Bruyne-esque style. I'm not saying he'd reach that quality because De Bruyne is an all-time great, but he wouldn't be a million miles off than a sort of like, we got De Bruyne at home level copy, if that makes sense. So I like it. I like the potential signing. Brandholt with a super chat. Good morning to my man Brandholt. Thank you so much for the super chat, mate. It makes me the early video feel worthwhile. Brand says, in the stream we did with him the other day, Asan said we're in for Doku plus 2 more. Nunes is one, so will there be another? Someone more attacking, Eze perhaps. Brand, maybe, man. Maybe that is what told me as well. The resident in the know now on Twitter, I'm believing for him, has been saying too that it could just be more than just one. It could be. I mean, look, as I was saying 2 minutes ago, mate, look, if you've got a reasonable fee potentially for Nunes, maybe it does. Maybe 120 million for the pair isn't actually impossible. And that actually feels like a decent deal given the current market. It could be that we go for Eze as well for 70 odd million. Nunes for 50 million. All of a sudden, you've got these two very good players who pad out our squad nicely and bring in an awful lot to the team, Brand. It could be that, mate. It could be that. I don't think will happen. I don't think it'll happen personally. I think if we get Doku in and get Nunes in, I think we're done there. But I would like it if we're not. Nunes is a really good player. Is he an excellent world-class player right now? No, he's not. But is he that kind of player that Guardiola would take on to another level? Yes. It feels to me like Guardiola, there's sort of someone noticed it. I retweeted it last night, actually. And I always like to give people the credit for, I don't want to steal their thoughts. Let me find the tweet. From Chris Howard, top blue. Chris said last night, Pep's going nuts for ball carriers at the moment. Vardiol, Kovacic, Nunes, Doku, all able to glide past plays with the ball. Eze too. Eze can as well. He has some mad tactical shifts on the horizon. And like, it's a good observation. It really is. Like, we do seem to be signing players who can just glide past people. I do wonder if the increase in man-to-man marking And the style of pressing these days, Guardiola's next evolution is to have all these powerful physical players. It can go, you got a man Marcus, I'm just going to glide past two of your players in midfield. Given that Foden's been so effective at that recently, you know, and of course we can see De Bruyne had done that in the past. It could be a very effective tactic to have these players who can just stride forward past people. There is no greater destroyer of team shape and stability than a dribbler. Someone who can drive past people absolutely messes up the balance of the game. And Nunes is a master at that. He's an absolute master of that. He really is. He would be probably the best dribbler we've got in the middle of our team immediately. Like, if you watch him, the pace is ridiculous. Like, he's got this really deceptive, like, acceleration of pace where he goes past people for fun, and it's really fun. It's really fun to watch. Guys, by the way, 260 people watching, 45 likes. You know what to do. And I need 30 more subscribers to get to 68,000. Look, I'm not going to lie with you. I was stalling on the subscribers for a while. I was just sort of hanging around in the mid-60s. But it started to go up again, which is really nice. So thank you. All the content I've been putting out, I think people are appreciating it. And, you know, if you want to subscribe to the channel, use your backup accounts, get those numbers up. It does help support the channel, you know, massively. And like the video while you're at it as well, you know. So what's Pep cooking now exactly, mate? Pep's cooking loads. It also could reek of cheeky. It could do. But whatever it is, I actually think it's... I think it's enough, and I think it works. And I think the idea as well is these are technical players. Thank you very much, Harry. Appreciated, man. And hi to Scarface as well. And hi to everyone else in the chat. Who's in the chat? Let me have a look. I'll scroll back a little bit. Brian, Supreme, Noddy, The Daily Life, Mark, my man, Pam, Ryan, Barry, Diddy, Nico, Dracuden, Nathan from Man City Discord. Check it out if you haven't already. Sarah, Ake, Gaster, Alec, Michael. Loads. And apparently Tommy's just tweeted that is another crazy day ahead. I don't need that, Mr. Tommy, my mate. I don't need it. So yeah, and also Doku's going to be announced at some point today. I would love, look, if anyone Man City's watching this, I promise you I won't share it with the world. Just someone text me on WhatsApp, any of the media team. Let me know what time Doku's going to be announced, just so I can go for a walk with the family without checking my phone. I don't want to tell anyone. I don't know, by the way. I genuinely don't know. I don't want to tell anyone. I just want to know. I've got 2 hours to go and have lunch with my family without worrying about missing a transfer announcement. I tell you what, honestly, at this time of year, every content creator is there going, oh my God, it's 54 minutes past. That means a player could be announced in 6 minutes, and then they're frantically scrolling on the phone and checking. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. I guarantee you. It could be 10 a.m. though. It could be the usual 10 a.m. announcement, which means in a bit I'm going to end this video, have my breakfast, and then get ready to go at 10 a.m. again. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We will see. It's going to be a crazy day, but I sort of like it, man. Like, you know, we've only got like another 6-7 days, a week left of craziness. And as Oliver mentioned as well, by the way, there's lots of unanswered questions. Tommy Doyle and Howard Bellis, what is going on with them? 2 of the best young players in the Championship last season, and they're just not being snapped up. By the way, I think at this point, Tommy Doyle should just be on our bench for the next game, you know? He should be, because he's a proven midfielder at a good level. He should be there until he gets a move, but we'll see. The thing is, of course, it could keep getting crazy and crazy, you know? Who knows? But Doku is going to be announced today. Yeah, we do want to go for a stroll through Ramsbottom. It's true, mate. We do. There's a new place in Rami where we live, which is anyone else, don't you think, like, by the way, we live in a place called Ramsbottom, which is a quaint, but the nickname for Ramsbottom is Rami, and isn't that such a cool nickname for a place to live in? Rami. I love living in Rami, it's great. Move to Rami, it's wonderful. But I do want to go. There's a new place, and they do these pistachio coffees, and they're great. Like, oh, I do have bits of pistachio in it, it's amazing. I want to go for a stroll today with the family and have some snacks in the park. Is there cover if Foden's injured, says Harry? Well, this is the thing for me. Yeah, you're right, but Rami is okay, but Manny sounds terrible. I agree. Rami sounds good. I don't know. Rami sounds good. Manny sounds terrible. I don't know. It just does, though. I can't explain it. But who asked that question? Where's it gone? Is the cover for Foden? This is the thing for me, is like, this is why I was more drawn towards Eze personally, because I think Eze is more of a Foden replacement. I guess the argument would be that, you know, KDB will be back eventually, and, you know, we've got Bernardo Silva, and we've got lots of quality players in general. Kovacic is more of an 8, but there isn't really Foden cover currently. I think that's a fair point to raise. Alvarez Alvarez, Alvarez is there, admittedly, and he's a good player. It's different. Maybe Grealish could play as number 8 if we get Doku in. We got loads of options there potentially, but we will see. But either way, we've got a really interesting potential player here. Like, I'll bring up the lineup builder as we do. Like, I think this is going to happen. I've been wrong a billion times with these things, but my instinct, do you know when you just see a groundswell of, like, momentum, and, like, you can sense that something's going to happen here? I think in this instance, Nunes just seems like a potential City player, doesn't he? You know what I mean? We can sense it. Where are we at? Where are we at with this team? Let's get this team on the screen. That's not him. I'll start from the bottom. So you look, if we got Nunes in, it looks something like this. Something like this. Just be calm. Eddie or Taig. This would be. I'm gonna fit everyone in, so it'd be VAR and Gomez. This would be Diaz, Ake. This would be Stones, Akanji. This would be. I can hear my son babbling that says going blah 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 blah. He likes the team. Ruben likes it. It's adorable. What a man. This would be Jack and Doku. This would be. I think the way it'd be would be like. I think what happened would be you'd have Foden and Nunes as the options here. This would be then Rodri and cover. No, it would be this actually. I'm gonna keep Calvin Phillips here because for now, even though he's never gonna play in a million years. And then I think this would be if he's back, KDB, Cov. I mean, it's not the exact positions, of course. Then hope Cole stays, by the way. And then you've already suddenly you'd have Bernardo and Cole, and all of a sudden you've got Erling and Hooley, and that's like a really strong squad, man. That's a really strong squad. I'd be buzzing with that. The wife's in the chat saying I want blueberry pancakes. So blah blah blah. There we go. He is saying that. I can hear him from upstairs. It's as sweet as anything. Doku more of a right winger. Joseph he is. But he can play on either side. Actually, he plays on the left for Belgium as well. So I'd put him there just as options. He's not necessarily he's got to play there if that makes sense. But that squad looks strong to me. It's a good squad. There's options there. I think like what we'd see. And that looks like I'm putting for Foden now. I'll put Calvin because the fill looks confusing. But I think we'd see occasionally Kovacic could play here as a 6 with Nunes then being sort of as a midfielder. Like, we've got options basically to move things around. Get off team bullet. Never. I've got pancakes downstairs. I'm going to go in a minute. But we've got options to build it, And I do think also in this squad, obviously Rico can play as an 8 as well, which I like there. The defensively just looks really good. And that's even without McAtee mentioned, without Oscar Bob mentioned as well. Look, there is versatility, there is creativity, and I like it. You guys, number 7, look, give it to Nunes. Give it to Nunes or give it to Eze if he comes in. We will see, we'll see. But guys, as Charlie very succinctly put, there's less than 30 minutes until my next stream probably. So I'm going to have my breakfast, all right? I'll see you in a bit. Thanks for watching this video. Of course, if you want some content in the meantime, you know what to do. Head over to my channel where there's effortless content going on. So much content. I've got, what we got. Bernardo extends, City bid for Nunes, Laporte leaves City, Nunes of Eze with Amos Murphy from City Report. I did that yesterday about Eze. Everything you need to know about Jeremy Doku, which is a great video. Go watch that if you don't know much about Doku. The rivals yesterday. The Asan chat. There's so much going on. Love you all loads. There's a couple more super chats, which has kept me here in the chat, which is how it works, unfortunately. King Gladzy King said, would you do a collab with C Extra JSGC? I don't actually know JSGC. He feels like he's in a different, circle to me. Not in a bad way. I've got no stronger feelings about the fella. I don't know him, but yeah, of course one day. And yeah, look, it's never actually crossed that we've done work together, me and City Extra. I think it's because we're always doing stuff at the same time. But I like Jordan. I like, of course, it was Lewis. He's obviously moved on. I'll try and get LB on one day as well. I don't know Hugh very well either, but he seems like a nice guy. And of course, I've got nothing against any of them. I don't dislike any City content creators, apart from the couple of weird ones from years ago, if you remember them. But they don't talk to him anyway. Nothing to do with Extra. That just some other old guys from about 3 years ago. Some old geezers who were a bit strange. But in general, yeah, I like them. They're good blokes. So we'll do, mate. Pierce says, Hello from Denmark. We are treble winners. Triple winners. 61 games left. This means more injuries this year, or greater than 61 games. Yeah, we're going back-to-back treble winners, so we need player numbers up. Come on, City. Triple. I love the word triple, mate. It's a great word. I hope you're right, mate. I absolutely hope you're right. I mean, imagine back-to-back treble winners. Come on, man. We do need the depth. I don't think we're going to win the treble. But I think we could get a 4-peat, and that would be absolutely wonderful, wouldn't it? A perfect note to end this video on. You're an absolute superstar, mate. Thank you so much. I'll catch you all probably in like 20 minutes if Docu's announced. For now, though, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much to Pierre and Kinkladze and Brandon for the super chats. And thank you for watching again. Like the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Never-ending content. Always. Bye-bye.